And a good, pleasant evening coming to you live from La Jolla, Texas. Playoff time. 3A action between the Zapata Hawks and the Rio H Bobcats. I'm Kevin Otto, set to bring you the play-by-play Division II 3A. Fans, it is playoff time in Texas. We have the Hawks and the Bobcats taking on each other. Both teams coming into this game with a 4-6 record. Rio Hondo needed a win last week to assure a playoff spot this week. They did just that, beating the Progreso Red Ants 54-28. The Bobcats will run both. They'll run and pass, though majority of their yardage comes on the ground. They're averaging 235 yards per game. This defense will be the key tonight for these Bobcats. As the other side for the Zapata Hawks, they come into this game with a 4-6 record, just like their opponent here tonight, with a slot T offense. It has caused a lot of trouble against opposing defenses. Running back Miguel Alvarez has 1,517 yards, 15 touchdowns, one of the best in the Valley. Fans, playoff time once again here in Texas. We're coming to you live from La Jolla. Friday night action between the Hawks and the Bobcats. You're tuning into valleycentral.com live audio. Kickoff set for 7:30. Do you want to? Kickoff's just second away. Rio Hondo will be kicking off to the Hawks, right to left, and we're underway. Low kickoff. Hawks looking to field this one. Takes a roll to the 10, 5. Inside the 5, that's where the Hawks will take this one out deep in their own end zone. And good special teams from the Bobcats inside the 5. That's where the Zapata offense will take over for the first time tonight. So a low line drive kick rolled from the 20 all the way inside the 10. The Hawks look to pick that one up at the last possible second. 11:53, a couple seconds off the clock, first quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the 4-yard line. Out comes this Hawks offense, led by their starting quarterback, number 4, Raul Ruiz. Ruiz under center, handoff to the left side, sweep play. Zapata with some good running. Running back still on his feet all the way down to the 19-yard line, and a good pickup there for the Zapata Hawks. One play, first down. That's their man, Miguel Alvarez, on the big carry. One play and a first down, Hawks. Ball's all the way to the 19-yard line. Started off at the 4. So a good pickup there on their first play. Bunch formation. Tight formation are the Hawks. Hand off this time to the right, all the way down to the 30. Tackled from behind, and a good gain on the ground again there from Zapata. Once again, that's Miguel Alvarez on the carry. Simple handoff to the right side, eluding a couple tacklers. Black and gold is what the Rio Hondo Bobcats are wearing. Pretty cool uniforms with the, if you could just picture the Texas State logo, that's what's on the Bobcat logo. Penalty on the play. It'll be going against Rio Hondo. They'll add on a couple more yards on the penalty for the Hawks. Zapata, meanwhile, wearing their white uniforms, maroon pants, with a golden Zapata Hawk on the helmet. Starting quarterback, Raul Ruiz, Jr., listed at 5'7", 150. He's under center for this bunch formation for the Hawks. Motion man, right to left. Fake the handoff. Run up the middle. And a big hit at midfield. This time the Bobcat defense standing tall. They'll have a tough task again against that running back, Miguel Alvarez. 1,000 yards plus, 15 touchdowns on the year. Both teams coming in with a 4-6 record. Again, Rio Hondo needed a win last week against Progreso. They took care of business. A 54-28 win to secure a playoff spot. First round again. 2nd and 6, ball at midfield. Handoff again up the right hash. He'll be well shy of the first down. Alvarez again on the carry. He's listed as a junior, 5'8", 165. It'll be a 3rd and 4 coming up after a pickup of 2. Ball at the 48-yard line, 10-23, no score. Opening possession for the Zapata Hawks. Hand off again, trap play. Alvarez with a big hole up the middle. He'll pick up the first down and more. First down, Hawks. Sounding like a broken record with Miguel Alvarez taking the workload of the carries here, losing his footing, but then that second effort really elevated him to pick up the first down and more. Ball on the 39-yard line. Slot T offense, what these Hawks like to run. And another sweep play to the right. Lots of running room down the 30, 25, 20. Ruiz down to the 10. Raul Ruiz, the quarterback. Marco Scotty Salas was a man who shoved him out of bounds. Displaying some great speed was Ruiz. Hawks, they're going to spot this one at the 11-yard line. Couldn't start this game any better if you're on the offensive side for Zapata. They come to the line, bunch formation again. And Ruiz will take this one himself at the 10, looking to get to the 5, end zone. And it's a touchdown, Hawks. Raul Ruiz does it himself from 11 yards out, and the Hawks are on the board first, 6-0 with 9:38 in the opening quarter. Just a designed quarterback run, looked like a bootleg. Looking up on the replay. Extra point coming up from the Hawks. They'll be going for 2, and they get in for the 2-point conversion. So they came out looking to go for 2, and their attempt was good. So the Hawks have an 8-0 lead against the Bobcats. Rio Hondo will be getting the football for the first time tonight. 8-0 is the score, 9:38. You're listening to valleycentral.com. Welcome back to the action. Raul Ruiz scored from 11 yards out. Miguel Alvarez on the ground. Superb running attack in the early going for this Zapata offense. Bobcats will be getting their football for the first time tonight. Eli Pitones is their starting quarterback. Listed as a junior, number 7. He'll have his first crack at it. Trails 8-0 early first quarter. And it's a high, short kick. And it'll be caught at the 35. That's where the Bobcats will take over. So once again, you're tuning into valleycentral.com. Plenty of high school action. We're in 3A. We'll keep you up to date with scores with Port Isabel and Raymondville. Los Fresnos and West will go up in the 5A rankings. All on valleycentral.com. 1st and 10. Ball on the 35 for the Bobcats. And it'll be a handoff up the right hash, picking up a couple yards. It was a motion man from right to left. That was Joey Montalvo. Emilio Martinez was the man on the carry. Juan Heat was the man who brought him down. Pickup of 2 on the ground from Martinez. Four receivers set out of the gun is Pitiones. One back to his right, that's Emilio Martinez. Looking to pick up a block, fires, quick out to the outside, complete 40 to the 35. Looks like he got a first down. Baleares on the reception. And that's a first down Bobcats. Their first down of the night. Nice pitch and catch. So Zapata has an 8-0 early lead, 8:56 opening quarter. Rio Hondo with the football out of the gun. The delayed handoff up the middle. This play goes nowhere. Stuffing him is that defensive line from the Hawks. Brandon Alvarez was the first man there, along with George Vela. No pickup on that run. Emilio Martinez again on the carry. Pitiones again is out of the shotgun, trips left, one lone receiver to the right. 2nd and 10 coming up, ball on the 46. Hawks defense trying to muster up a stop. Meanwhile, Rio Hondo stepping back to pass, and that pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Derek Salazar. Jake Gutierrez was on the coverage there for the Hawks, so Rio Hondo's facing a 3rd down. They'll need 10 to pick up the first down. Rocky James, head coach for the Rio Hondo Bobcats. Mario Arce is the head coach for the Zapata Hawks. Looking to convert on 3rd and 10, rolling out to the right. Crossing the 40, gonna fire at the last second. Did he come down with it? Incomplete pass, 4th down coming up. He was looking for Joey Montalvo, the intended wide receiver. Clock stops, 8:05, 4th and 10 coming up. Ball on the 46. Zapata 8, Bobcats nothing here in the early stages of the first quarter. We're coming to you live from La Joya, Texas, a quote-unquote mutual site for these both schools. Rio Hondo from the west, or rather, Rio Hondo from the east. Zapata from the west. You got that east versus west matchup. Both schools taking on each other here at this La Joya. And the punt is on the ball's on the ground. Fielded at the 34. Never got a shot to punt that one away as the special teams for the Hawks swarmed in and took down the punter. Again, he never had a shot to punt that one away. Great special teams there from the Hawks. First man there was Leo Salinas. That punter never had a shot. As soon as he got the football, he was blanketed by Hawks defenders. Zapata will take over at the 37-yard line. That's where they spot this one. Under center is Ruiz. 2-back set. Handoff to the left side. Alvarez on the carry. Again, another that bunch formation. Zapata likes to run. While they're sorting out a penalty. So it's an illegal substitution against Rio Hondo. So now Rio Hondo will elect to take their first time out of the half. 7:53 in the opening quarter. Zapata 8, Rio Hondo nothing. You're listening to ValleyCentral.com. Back to the action after the timeout from Rio Hondo. Zapata has an 8-0 lead, 7:53 opening quarter. 1st and 5, repeated the down after the illegal substitution call that went against the Bobcats. Zapata's offensive line digs in, bunch formation, 2-back set, direct handoff to their fullback with running room. And another good run from the Hawks. So a lethal combo between Miguel Alvarez and their young quarterback, Roel Ruiz. Monahanis on the tackle. Some rather cool uniforms for both the Bobcats and the Hawks. And both teams coming in with 4-6 records. All irrelevant now that both teams are in the playoffs. First round, 3A action, Division 2. Hand off again to Alvarez. This time Ruiz trying to bounce it to the outside. 25 down to the 20. Raul Ruiz again on the quarterback keeper. Faked the handoff up the middle, bounced it to the outside. See if they may get a measurement. So far it's... It picks up the first down. Ball's at the 20-yard line. Zapata knocking on the door again. They're in the red zone. Motion man. And this time Alvarez goes nowhere. The Bobcat defense ready for that one. Met right back at the line of scrimmage and lost a couple yards. Daniel Flores was the man who broke through the line, put the pressure on Alvarez. Loss of 1. That'll make it a 2nd and 11. Ball on the 21. So again, Ruiz will fire. Corner of the end zone. Ball's in the air and it's broken up. Nearly intercepted by a Bobcat defender. The first time all night we've seen Zapata throw the football. So Ruiz play action, kind of hit the football, was rushed by 3 defenders. He was looking for Alex Solis. A receiver turned to defenders. Zapata's facing a 3rd and 11. And a run up to the right side. Big hit at the 20. The Bobcats defense standing tall this time. And it looks like there's a Rio Hondo player down on the field at the 23-yard line. We're going to take a quick break. 6:17 opening quarter. Zapata 8, Rio Hondo nothing. You're listening to ValleyCentral.com. Welcome back to the action. As Daniel Flores is able to get up, walk off the field in his own power, always a good thing to see. Meanwhile, back on the field, 6:17 opening quarter. Ball's on the 20. Zapata's facing a 4th and 10. So I'm going to try and keep you up to date with all the scores. And a trap play up to the left side. Didn't get it. Turnover on downs. And Rio Hondo, this time they come up with a big stop, denying the Hawks offense. Turnover on downs. It'll be Bobcats football. Now fans, if you're tuning in, you would like a shout out, go to the page and leave your comment. Whether you're a Hawks or a Bobcat fan, you can leave your shout out here. We'll give you all a shout out on the air. Thank you all for tuning in, whether you're from Zapata or from Rio Hondo. You're tuning in to valleycentral.com. Bobcats with the football. Out of the gun, Piriones. Flags will come flying in before the play got up. Officials are signaling maybe a false start. And it is. It's a false start against the Bobcats. That'll back them up 5, so the ball will be back to the 15-yard line. That'll make it a 1st and 15. United 14, Donna nothing. 7:32 in the first quarter. And we'll try and keep you up to date with scores from around the valley. And a run to the left side. Big running room there for the Bobcats. That was Emilio Martinez on the carry. Juan Gil was a man who brought him down. Good blocking upfield from this Bobcat offense.
It was white trips. They had white trips to our side.
First and 10, Rio Hondo, ball all the way to the 33. 5:43 opening quarter. Motion man. Hand this one off to the right side. And maybe it gets back to the line of scrimmage. That play goes nowhere. So no gain on that play. Makes it a 2nd and 9. 5 minutes opening quarter. Bobcats with the football. Los Fresnos and Weslaco taking on each other over at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Bobcats slinging this one to the outside, complete crossing the 35 down to the 40-yard line. Isaiah Valderas on the reception. Martinez was the man who brought him down. Pickup of 6. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bobcats. Ball on the 39. Out of the gun are the Bobcats. 2 receivers to the right, 1 back to the right. Looking back to pass, fires to the left, wide open man, in and out of his hands, incomplete pass. Miguel Rodriguez. In and out of his hands. Pass falls incomplete. 4:44. The clock will stop. Eli Picones put that one right on the money. Pass just fell incomplete. Tough break there for the Bobcats. They're facing a 4th and 4. Ball on their own 39. Zapata back to field this punt. Rio Hondo punting away from right to left. Looks like Rio Hondo will elect to call another timeout. They will. That's their 2nd timeout of the first half. So with 4:44 in the opening quarter, Zapata has an 8-0 lead against Rio Hondo. You're listening to valleycentral.com. Welcome back to the action after the timeout from the Bobcats. They're facing a 4th and 4, ball on the 39. And it's a fake, crossing the 40, down to the 45, 50, first down and more. They caught the Hawks napping on that one. Went for it on fourth down, a fake punt. Big play there for the Bobcats. Jorge Molina was the man who got there to push him out of bounds, but well after they picked up a big first down. Bobcats really caught the Hawks sleeping on that play. They picked up the first down and more. Converted on fourth down. Miguel Rodriguez was the man who picked up the first down for the Bobcats. And a delayed handoff, trying to bounce it to the outside and gets tripped up, and a good defensive play made by the Hawks again. Marco Garate was the man who got that carry. Brandon Alvarez was the man who brought him down. A loss of 3. That'll make it a second and 13. Pitones switching up the play at the line of scrimmage, looking back to pass, has time, fires deep down the field to the right side. That pass falls incomplete at the 30. So looking downfield. He was looking for Azel Valladares. Shout out to Diane Garcia, listening from all the way from Lexington, Kentucky. Shout out to Miss Garcia, from all the way from Lexington, Kentucky. Armando Ruivio, who she's rooting for tonight, number 53 of the Rio Hondo Bobcats. Again, thank you for tuning in to valleycentral.com. Bobcats rolling out to the right. Fires at the last second. Pass falls incomplete again. So on a 3rd and 13. Incomplete pass. Lots of drop passes for this Bobcat offense in the early going. So that'll bring up a 4th and 13. 3:44 in the opening quarter. Miguel Rodriguez will be punting this one away. Miguel Alvarez is back to field this punt. We'll see how they elect to punt this one away. A rugby-style punt, low one. And it'll take a long roll. Bounced inside the 5. We'll see where the officials spot this one. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line. So a good special teams play there from Miguel Rodriguez. Pins them inside the 6. Now Zapata's first drive, they started at the 4, marched right down the field and got into the end zone on their opening possession. So Bobcats looking to stop them this time around. So 3:35 in the opening quarter. Hawks with the football. Ruiz under center. Hand off to the left side. Alvarez spin move, still on his feet, breaking it down to the 30, 35, 40. Crossing midfield, one man to beat. No one's going to catch him. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Hawks. No flags on the play. All the way to the house. Big play from their star running back, Miguel Alvarez. Nice spin move, able to break it into the secondary. Looking at the replay. Crossing midfield. Turning on the afterburners. Big play there from the Hawks. They now have a 14-0 lead. Going for 2. And he fires this one and it falls incomplete. So the Hawks now have a 14-0 lead against the Bobcats in a big play from Miguel Alvarez. 3:19 opening quarter. Zapata 14, Rio Hondo nothing. You're listening to valleycentral.com. Welcome back to the action after the 94-yard run from Miguel Alvarez. Hawks extend their lead, 14-0, opening quarter, 3:19. Bobcats getting the football back. Raymondville 7, Port Isabel 7. Updated score. Keep an eye on that one, 3A action. .319 in the opening quarter. Hawks have a 14-0 lead. And we'll keep you up to date with some scores from around the valley, both 3A, 4A, and all the way up to the 5A rankings. Short kickoff. Ball's put on the ground. It's a live football. Hawks have it. Zapata's football. Brandon Alvarez jumped on the loose football. It was a low or short kick. Ball was just fumbled by one of the return men for the Bobcats. Ball was put on the ground, and Alvarez was the first man to recover. So the Hawks have the football again on the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, they set up shop. Ruiz under center. Motion man right to left, hand off to the right side. Trying to bounce it to the outside to the 30. Down to the 25, spin move, nice move. All the way down to the 18-yard line. Orlando Villarreal was on the carry this time, giving Miguel Alvarez a chance to catch his breath. Some lethal running backs that Zapata Hawks have. Really controlled the pace here in the first quarter. 2:56 opening quarter. Ruiz rolling out to his right and met back, breaking a couple tackles, lowering his shoulder all the way down to the 15 to the 14-yard line. A good run from Ruiz. At the end of the first quarter, Edcal Chelsea nothing, Alice nothing. That game's over. And Edcal Chelsea, 4A action. At the end of the first quarter, Mac High 7, Brownzo Rivera 7. Second and 8 coming up, ball at the 15. We have another updated score. And then flags will come flying in from both sides. It's going to be a false start along the left side of the offensive line for Zapata. False start called. Brandon Colon gets into the end zone. 8:28 left in the second quarter. Los Fresnos 7, Westlaco 7. Joe Bowling has that call over at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Second and 13, ball on the 20. Two receivers to the left for the Hawks. And off to the right side. Lots of running room. Alvarez again. Chased down from behind. The 8-yard line. Rigoberto and Eloy Sendejo. Shout out to them tuning in from Zapata, Texas. Proud uncles of the quarterback, Raul Ruiz. Ball on the 8-yard line. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Hawks. Under center is Ruiz. Toss to the right. Crossing the 10. 5 looking to get in the end zone. Leaping touchdown Hawks. Miguel Alvarez finds the end zone. 20-0. Zapata has the lead. 1:41 in the opening quarter. Another Hawks touchdown. You can cue the fight song. We'll see what an extra point coming up from Zapata. The extra point is up. It's a low kick, but it's good. Zapata 21, Rio Hondo nothing. 1:41 in the opening quarter. You're listening to ValleyCentral.com. Back to the action. Updated score. Kingsville Kings 17, Hidalgo nothing. And those mighty Port Isabel Tarpons in the 3A rankings. They're taking on the Raymondville Bearcats. Again, Mac High is in a dogfight against Brownsville Rivera, who had just clinched a playoff spot in their last week. Just like these Bobcats here with a win against Brownsville Lopez, and Harlingen defeating the Hannah Eagles last week secured a spot for those Raiders. They're knotted up with the Mac High Bulldogs, 7-7 at the end of one. You're tuning into ValleyCentral.com live audio. We will have live video and audio an hour after the game is over. So you fans want to come back, tune in, watch both video and audio. Hit the archives between Rio Hondo and Zapata. Zapata getting set to kick this one off left to right. Bobcats trailed 21-0. Buck 41 opening quarter. Short kickoff again, fielded at the 30. At the 25-yard line, that's where the Bobcats will take over. Emilio Martinez was the man who fell on the football. So it's been a long season for both teams. Just yesterday we had our first broadcast, week 0. Now we're talking first round of the playoffs. We're going to go ahead and look at the playoff bracket for Division 2 3A. Just a couple seconds. 1st and 10, ball on the 26. 4 receivers set for the Bobcats, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Quick pass out, complete. But they're going to say his knee was down on the far side of the field, so a tough break there for the Bobcats. Isaiah Valadares was on the reception on the far side of the field. Caught the football, just his knee was on the ground, so he's down at the 26-yard line for the score 23-yard line. The scoreboard will officially mark it. Loss of 3, making it a 2nd and 13. The winner here will either play Sinton or Lytle, both teams. In action tonight. Run up to the right side to the 25-yard line for the Bobcats. Now we're going to say fumble on the play. Ball was on the ground. Now there's a scrum for the football. The last possible second. Looks like the football came out. Officials trying to sort this one out. And they're going to go ahead and say Zapata football. So another fumble for the Bobcats. So the Hawks recover their second fumble, and that football came out at the last possible second. Then the Hawks were able to come up with the loose football, so they take over at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Ruiz under center for the Hawks. Motion man right to left. Handoff to the motion man up to the 20. Flags will come flying in. Looks to be in the area of holding. So that'll back them up. Hawks had a 1-4 home record, 3-2 on the road. Makes up for a 4-6 record. It's a hold against the Hawks, their first penalty of the night. Tough schedule for the Zapata Hawks. They had to face the likes of Alexander. They lost that game 35-24. Veterans Memorial 17-7 earlier in the year. Port Isabel, they lost 39-14. Raymondville, they defeated Raymondville this year actually, 46-27. Hand off to the right side, trying to bounce it to the outside to the 30. Still on his feet, down to the 20, 15, 10, 5-foot race, touchdown, Hawks. Miguel Alvarez again finds the end zone. Now a 27-0 Zapata lead. Three scores in the first half for Miguel Alvarez. Extra point coming up. Snaps there. Extra point is up. And it is good. Or no good. The extra point no good. So the score will remain Zapata 27, Rio Hondo nothing. A minute remaining in the opening quarter, and a long first quarter dominated by the Zapata Hawks. They lead 27-0. You're listening to ValleyCentral.com. Welcome back to the action. Zapata with a dominating first quarter. United has a 21-7 lead over Donna. End of the first quarter, Raymondville 7, Port Isabel 7. That'll be an interesting game there. Zapata Hawks defeating Raymondville earlier this season. Port Isabel, a big red target on their back. Another short kick. Football's put on the ground again. Rugby scrum on the far side of the field on the 40-yard line. But the Bobcats will maintain possession. 1 minute remaining in the opening quarter. So the Bobcats trailing by 4 scores, 27-0, looking to get their offense going. We have a couple of updated scores. We'll get to those scores after this play. Jet sweep to the left, and a big hit there from the Hawks. Jake Gutierrez with a big hit on the running back. Joey Montalvo was on the carry. Final seconds in the first quarter. The loss of 5. Call it a 2nd and 15. Goliad 16, Santa Rosa 7. Updated score from that was Fresno's game. Looking back to pass. Complete, 35. Blockers in front of him, crossing the 40. The 44-yard line. 10 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Panthers The Wesco Panthers have a 14-7 lead against Los Fresnos. So at the end of the first quarter, the Zapata Hawks have a 27-0 lead against the Rio Hondo Bobcats. You're tuning into valleycentral.com. We're going to switch sides. Second quarter coming up. To the action, second quarter, coming to you live from La Jolla. Bobcats with the football going left to right, 3rd and 6 coming up. Defensive line jumped early for the Hawks. Chased down from behind, but I don't think it's going to matter as the ball is put on the ground, recovered by the Hawks. They look like the ground may have caused the fumble, but now not. Bad news looking on the turf for the Bobcats as Eli Pitones is down and he's in pain, folks, but there was a flag on the field before the snap. Looks like it was on offsides against the Hawks. But we're going to hold the phone, an injury timeout to the quarterback for the Bobcats. We're going to go and step aside. 11:51, second quarter. Zapata 27, Rio Hondo nothing. You're tuning into valleycentral.com. Back to the action as the injured player for the Bobcats, being aided by a couple of trainers on the field. Injury timeout, 11:51. Zapata 27, Rio Hondo nothing. As Pitones is able to get up on his own power, he's in pain. And he's aided by a pair of Bobcat trainers. After the penalty, it would make it an automatic first down for the Bobcats. So now it looks like Richmond Bates, number 14, will come in and fill the role. Hand off to the right side. And it'll be a first down. First and 10. So Rio Hondo able to pick up the first down. Richmond Bates in at quarterback now for the Bobcats. Three receivers to the right, one lone receiver to the left. Looking back to pass. Fires and the pass falls complete, crosses the 39-yard line. Miguel Rodriguez on the reception. Port Isabel 13, Raymondville 7. Second quarter. Tarpin's able to get in the end zone. Handoff again. It'll be a first down Bobcats. So another design run. And we'll keep an eye on the injury for their starting quarterback. Still out of the game. First down Bobcats. Ball's at the 35-yard line where they'll spot this one. 10-16, second quarter. Trips right, one lone receiver to the left for the Bobcats. Out of the gun is Bates, fires, quick pass, complete. And he's met by a wall of Zapata defenders at the 35. But flags come in flying from both sides of the field. We'll see what this call is against. The officials sorting this one out, 9:58. In the first half, Zapata has a 27-0 lead against Rio Hondo. And it's going to be a hold against the offense. That'll back them up. It'll be a 1st and 20, ball on the 44. Westlaco 14, Los Fresnos 7, second quarter action. Corpus Christi Flower Bluff 28, Mercedes nothing as the Tigers trail big in the second quarter. Trips left for the Bobcats. And it'll be a handoff, tripped up from behind, and a good tackle there from the Hawks. That was Brandon Alvarez on the tackle. They're facing a big second down coming up. This quarter moving a lot quicker than that first quarter did. Zapata 27, Rio Hondo nothing, 9 minutes, second quarter. 4 receivers set for the Bobcats, looking back to pass. Fires deep down the field. Pass falls incomplete. Looking for the big play there. Daniel Flores was the intended wide receiver. Robert Martinez was the man defending. So 3rd and 15 coming up for Rio Hondo. We have an updated score. Brownsville Rivera 20, Mackay 7. Possible upset in the making. So Zapata 27. Rio Hondo nothing. Trips left. One lone receiver to the right. Back to pass. Fires wide open. Pass falls complete. Isaiah Valdelades on the reception. Picks up a big first down for the Bobcats. Rio Hondo converting on a big third down there. They're able to pick up the first down through the air. Set up shop, 1st and 10, ball on the 23. 4 receivers set, one back to the left, handoff up the middle, running room, lowers his shoulder. They picked up another first down. Richmond Bates again is in for the injured Pitones. And they'll call it another first down Bobcats. .8:24 in the first half. Ball on the 13-yard line. Rio Hondo looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. They're moving the football down the field. Hand off to the right side inside the 10. 8:09 remaining in the first half. Mac Gomez was the man who brought him down. You have an updated score from the Sherryland Laredo United South game. Meanwhile, back on the field, down he goes. Big sack play there from the Hawks. All the way back to the 20-yard line. Rod Saldilvar on the sack. And a big play defensively made from the Hawks. to bring up another third down for the Bobcats. They need 13 yards to pick up another first down. Cherryland 21, Laredo United South nothing. Laredo United 28, Donna 7. 3rd and 13 coming up for Rio Hondo. Out of the gun is Bates, looking back to pass, whistles. Come. So for a flag on the play, the officials come in to discuss this penalty. Not sure who it might have gone against. And it's going to be a false start against the offense. So it'll back them up another 5. So it'll be a 3rd and 18. So another big 3rd and long coming up for this offense. Agria 24, La Feria 10. Updated score from that playoff game. Flower Bluff extends their lead 35-0 against Mercedes. 4A action. 3rd and 18 coming up. Ball on the 21. Rio Hondo looking to get on the board. Back to pass is Bates. Fires it. Has a man in the end zone. Overthrows his man. Pass falls incomplete. Valadares was the intended wide receiver. He had a man wide open in the end zone. Just overshot him. 4th and 18 coming up. .6:24 remaining in the first half. Zapata has a 27-0 lead against Rio Hondo. Bobcats with the football. As Bates in his offense lines up, 4 receivers set, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Bates looking back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Eludes one man, steps up, losing his footing and chased down by Zapata defenders, and down he goes. Turnover on downs and a big play there from the Zapata defense. But there's a flag on the play. Officials getting set to give the call. Well, the penalty's going to go against the offense, so either way, it'll be Zapata football. They'll take over at the call at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, 6:17. Hawks lead big, 27-0. 6:17 in the first half. Kevin Otto bringing you the play-by-play action. Shout out to the Sendejo family tuning in from Zapata, Texas, listening to their nephew, Raul Luis. He's under center. Motion man, right to left. And a trap run. This time that play goes nowhere. Bobcats sniffing that one out. Goliad 23, Santa Rosa 7. Updated score from that contest. Second and 11 coming up for the Hawks. 5:40, first half, motion man, left to right. And Ruiz is going to call his own number here, crossing the 30, still on his feet to the 35. And another design quarterback run for Raul Ruiz. Brought down by Isaiah Herrera. 3rd and 1 coming up. Third and 1 coming up for Zapata. Run to the left. So he picked up the first down and a couple more. Drug down at the 40-yard line. Rolando Ibanez on the carry. So 4:48, first half, 1st and 10, Zapata Hawks. Another run play, right up the middle. stuffed back at the line of scrimmage. The official's going to spot this one at the 43-yard line. Michael Lozano was the man who brought him down, bringing up a 2nd and 8 after the pickup of 2, ball on the 42-yard line. And another trap run. And a good pickup there from the Hawks. Miguel Alvarez with another fantastic run. Rubio was the man who brought him down. Brings up a 3rd and 2. Third and 2 coming up. Hand off to the right side. And doesn't look like if he picked up the first down from here. We'll see where the officials spot this one. The Hawks may have gotten a friendly spot. Scoreboard indicates 4th and 1. Fourth and 1 coming up for Zapata. Looks like they'll be going for it. Ball on the 49-yard line. Offensive line digs in. And a direct handoff picks up the first down for the Hawks. Miguel Alvarez on the carry. Banya was the man who brought him down from behind. First down Hawks. Clock winds down. 2:36 in the first half. .226 and counting. And Ruiz looking to keep this one himself. Met back at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a couple yards on that play. Design quarterback run to the left side. Roel Benitez was the man who brought him down from behind. Port Isabel 21. Raymondville 7. Just about to reach halftime. Mercedes gets on the board. 35-7. They trail Flower Bluff. Halftime. Westlaco 14. Los Fresnos 7. Injury timeout on the field. There's an injured Zapata player. That's their quarterback, Raul Ruiz, who was injured. Hawks can't afford to lose their starting quarterback. And he's able to get up on his own power. So Raul Ruiz is with a limp, being aided by a pair of Zapata trainers. He's being taken to the sideline. So now Alex Solis looks like will come in and fill the void in the absence of Ruiz. Alex Solis, a junior, 6'1", 190, under center for the Hawks. Quarterback design run to the outside, looking to get across field and does, all the way down to the 40-yard line. So both starting quarterbacks for Rio Hondo and Zapata have been knocked out of this game. Alan Alfaro was the man who shoved him out of bounds. Halftime, Ed Cal Chelsea 7, Alice 7. Third and 3 coming up, ball on the 39-yard line. Tight set for the Hawks. Design quarterback run up the middle. Trying to pick up that first down. The new quarterback, Alex Solis, Brought down from behind by Mike Sarate. But they'll call it a Hawks first down, so the clock will stop at 1:49 until the ball's set. 1st and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Clock winding down. 1 minute, 35 seconds. First half. Zapata with a big lead and with the football going from right to left. Hand off again up the right hash. Picks up a couple of yards there. Miguel Alvarez on the carry. Halftime. Sherryland 21, Laredo United South nothing. Plenty of the games reaching halftime. Second and 8 after the pickup of 2 from Alvarez. He's had a great first half. In the final minute of the first half, Zapata with the football, handoff to the left side, back up the middle. Met by a wall of Bobcat defenders. Clock winding down, 46 seconds and counting. Timeout called on the field. So Zapata will elect to call their first timeout of the half. 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Zapata 27, Rio Hondo nothing. You're tuning into valleycentral.com. Welcome back to the action. 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Zapata with the football. 3rd and 7 coming up. Ball on the 33-yard line. Ruiz was knocked out of the game. Miguel Alvarez. Somewhat of a wildcat formation. Alvarez is going to tuck in and run. Design run. Met back at the 30-yard line. So now 30 seconds and counting down. Now Miguel Alvarez was the starting tailback, has moved to the quarterback position. Rubio on the tackle. Wildcat formation. That's what it looked like for the Hawks. Clock stops. 24 seconds. And looks like another timeout called on the field. We're going to take a quick break. Zapata 27, Rio Hondo nothing. 24 seconds left in the first half. You're listening to valleycentral.com. Back to the action. 24 seconds left in the first half. The Zapata Hawks had a huge opening quarter. They have a 27-0 lead. A couple ticks away from reaching halftime here in La Jolla. Kevin Otto bringing you the play-by-play action. Thank you for tuning in to valleycentral.com. Class Division II 3A. First round of the playoffs. Motion man left to right for the Hawks. Out to the 30, to the 20, and a big run from their quarterback this time. It's Alex Solis. They'll pick up a first down, so the clock stops. 17 seconds and counting. So 13 seconds left in the half. Both teams are getting some substitutions in. On the Rio Hondo side, ball's on the 18-yard line. 2nd and 10 coming up. Tight set for the Hawks. Solis rolling out to his right, fires towards the end zone, has a man wide open. And the pass falls incomplete. So the Hawks took their shot down the field, 7 seconds remaining. Looking for Clyde Guerra the third. Pass fell incomplete. Halftime, Port Isabel 28, Raymondville 7. Halftime, Kingsville King 31, Hidalgo nothing. A couple of Valley schools have reached halftime. And rolling out to the left, fires off his back foot. Pass nearly intercepted. 4th down coming up. Just 1 second remain, or 0.6 seconds remaining in the first half. It looks like the Hawks will elect to try and kick a field goal here, extend their lead to 30-0. They have a 27-0 lead. Field goal attempt on the way. Ball's on the 18-yard line. Now Zapata elects to take a timeout. So we're going to step aside. Last play of the first half. Zapata 27, Rio Hondo nothing. You're listening to ValleyCentral.com. Back to the action. 4th and 10. Ball on the 18-yard line after the timeout called from the Hawks. Looks like they're going to go ahead and attempt a field goal try here. Ball's on the 18-yard line. Snaps there, kicks away. It is up. And it is good. So the Hawks put some points up on the board before halftime. The field goal is good. Halftime here in La Jolla, Zapata 30, Rio Hondo nothing. You're tuning in to ValleyCentral.com. Kevin Otto bringing you the play-by-play action. Stay tuned for the second half.